Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have you Hiding Out, an overlooked 80s movie. Yes, most people I know, when I mention the movie Hiding Out or I talk about it, have no idea about this movie. They don't remember it. I don't think it was a very particularly huge movie or whatever, but I remember it. I've always loved it. I always thought it was funny. And I want to give a shout out to Kino Lorber, who just put this out on 4K. Brand new 4K, just got it. In the pantheon of movies out there that maybe need a 4K upgrade, I never thought in a million years that Hiding Out would get a 4K. I'm not complaining, but I never thought. So that's why I love Kino Lorber. They surprised me with some of the titles they get. This movie, as I mentioned, stars John Cryer. It also stars Keith Coogan from Adventures in Babysitting and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, and Annabeth Gish from X-Files. Now, this cover here is like one of the official posters for it, and there is no reversible cover. I do not like that. I'm more familiar with this cover here because this is the one I saw at the video store, because when I was growing up, I had seen Pretty in Pink. I had seen Superman 4, which John Cryer is Lex Luthor's nephew. And I saw this on the movie shelf, and that's whatever that pic, that's the image that drew me to the movie. And I wish they would have put that on this. So what this movie is about. I'll get into what the movie's about, and then I'll talk about the 4K and what it looks and everything. So this movie, John Cryer plays this man, Alex. He's a stockbroker in Boston. He's grown up. He's an adult, and him and his friends end up brokering some money for a mobster, and unbeknownst to them at first, and then once they discover it, the FBI and all them get involved, and one of his John Crier's friends end up getting killed by the mob because they're trying, they want these guys to testify against them to put them in jail, and so they grab John Cryer, another guy, put him in hiding, but not to where you're supposed to be yet, but he puts him in hiding. And then John Cryer ends up getting away because the hitman comes after him, and so he escapes from the FBI and the hitman, and he goes to his cousin, played by Keith Coogan, who's his cousin in high school. He goes to try to stay with him and his aunt, and ends up, shaving his beard, dyeing his hair, and he gets mistaken as a high school student because he's got a youthful look, and so he decides to hide out as a high school student in this small rural town, pretending to be Maxwell Hauser and friends with his cousin and everything, and he ends up meeting Annabeth Gish, and it's a little wonky with the ages there in this movie. I will say that, but it becomes like this teen comedy movie. But this was supposed to be John Cryer's sort of Beverly Hills Cop. He says so in an interview that he does in this, because it's a very weird movie in the sense, like the first half of the movie when it's in Boston and he's a stockbroker, he's got the beard and everything. It's very much like a noir crime thriller type movie. It's a very kind of serious, and then it switches over to this teen comedy, which is, it's like this weird tonal shift, and it becomes this very funny, sweet movie. But then it all culminates into a big, fight, with the mob and everything, sort of in the school and everything, and truth will be revealed and everything, no, without spoiling too much. But I always enjoyed this. I always thought it was funny, and I love the tonal change of it, because it was a movie that was swinging for the fences, that I don't think most people expected to see, and I think it's hard for me to describe, because it's something that really does need to be seen, and I wish more people will be seeing it. And since I got a YouTube channel and I'm in the physical media, and this just came out on 4K, I figured I'd talk about it, maybe spread the word of it and get a little more eyes on it for anybody who's never seen it. But as far as the 4K goes, it looks incredible. I have never actually seen this in its original aspect ratio. This is, as far as I know, has only ever been available in the US on a VHS or a DVD, and the DVD and the VHS look about the same, because the DVD even has the black bars on the side, the 4:3, and it's pan and scan and everything. So it was nice to actually see this movie as it was supposed to be seen. Full aspect ratio, 185:1. The grain is there. The colors are great. Now, like I said, this is not going to be like some kind of superhero movie where the colors are vibrant pop, but the colors are vibrant. They are pop, because like in the beginning of the movie, like I mentioned, it's a little dark, it's a little noir, it's a little rainy, it's in the city. And then when it gets to the Midwest, the rural town, the colors are bright, it pops, a little fall, a little green, and then the colors change, a little punk rock as well, because like the way he dyes his hair, and the kids in the school, and it's like very much on the verge of becoming 90s, because it's 87, and it's like almost there where you're going into the 90s and stuff. So that really works with the colors and the 4K and everything, and the sound quality is incredible. And as far as the special features on this go, it has audio commentary by director Bob Giraldi, which I hope I said his name right, moderated by Black Mansion Films producer Heather Buckley, audio commentary by film historian Steve Mitchell and Nathaniel Thompson, audio commentary by film historian Jarrett Gerhan, and adult education, a 48-minute long interview with John Cryer, a brand new interview where he talks about hiding out and Teen Spirit, a like 30-minute interview with Annabeth Gish, who talks about her experience with filming the movie and everything as well. And this was like I said, it was meant to be like John Cryer's a Beverly Hills Cop. Everybody wanted a Beverly Hills Cop movie where it was like kind of very serious and a situation where it's like very serious, dark situation, but it's also very funny. And it's like that was the people forget how serious Beverly Hills Cop was and how much like because Eddie Murphy in the comedy comes in helps alleviate the tension and everything. And everybody wanted one. You got Fletch with Chevy Chase, and you got Who's Harry Crumb with John Candy. So John Cryer, this was like the teen version of it, sort of like 21 Jump Street meets Beverly Hills Cop and everything. But I've really always enjoyed this movie, and I'm so happy that Kino Lorber has put it out on 4K. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought this. Maybe a Blu-ray eventually, I would have thought, but never in my wildest dreams would I have thought it was a 4K. And it looks incredible. It's such a fun film, and I wish more people would actually see this film because it deserves to be seen. Regardless how you feel about John Cryer today, it is a great fun film. It's got that 80s flair to it. It's got that 80s love and heart and passion. It's not much like a John Hughes film. The high school is very different in it. It feels a little more real, even though it's an absurd premise of him, this older man who's mistaken as a teenager in high school. But the high school feels like a very real high school from the 80s and everything. So I'm really glad that this is now available on 4K. Check it out. It also does have, they also did put it on Blu-ray. So if you don't want 4K, like I've always said, you don't have to go 4K. If you don't want 4K, they did put it out on a regular Blu-ray where you can just get the Blu-ray of it. You don't have to buy the 4K. If you got the 4K capabilities and want to get it, I recommend it. I recommend it. Now, Kino Lorber, before I close out this video, because I really appreciate this, I'm glad you did this, and since you're putting out movies like this and Hiding Out, which I never thought I'd see, may I request another John Cryer movie that desperately needs a Blu-ray, and if you want to do 4K, that'd be great. Morgan Stewart is coming home, right? Once again, not a particularly remembered John Cryer 80s movie. Maybe not as well loved. John Cryer himself doesn't like it. It's an Alan Smithy movie, but I absolutely love this movie. It is hilarious. It's about a young rich sporting student kid who's really into like Texas Chainsaw Massacre horror movies and everything, and his parents are like Republicans running for office, his dad is, and they're bringing him home so they can have like a family thing, and he causes a lot of problems, and he meets this girl and everything. It's a great little fun 80s movie, and accepting one another and everything. It has a great message, which you don't get on a lot of movies today. So I would really love to see this get a Blu-ray 4K Kino Lorber if at all possible. But thank you for hiding out. And if you guys have any thoughts on this movie or this movie, if I've inspired you to see this, if you've ever seen this or you've never even heard of that, leave me those thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notification. That'd be awesome if you guys' subscriptions, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you like me, hated me, or like this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this long wherever you all are. Please have a great, safe, happy other day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media because it truly is the superior format now more than ever. Godspeed.